All right, pleasure to have my next guest on the show who finally has a fight at UFC Vegas 43 on November the 20th. Cody Durden is back on the show. Cody, how are you?
What's up, man? I'm glad to be with you, man.
Yeah, I'm happy to see you. And it's been far too long since you've had a fight inside of the octagon. It's been almost a year since your fight with Jimmy Flick. So, first of all, how excited are you to know that you have a fight? And tell me when you found out about the news.
I found out about a week and a half ago, and I hadn't fought since December 19th. I tore my ACL, got it fixed January 5th, and man, that's when the work started. A week later, I was rehabbing and in the gym every day, trying to build the strength back and get better in other ways. There's always something you can do, you know.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now, as far as the injury goes, where you tore your ACL there, was that in the fight with Flick, or did that happen afterwards?
Yeah, that was in the fight with Flick. I think when I kicked him and I stepped back, my leg gave out on me. I don't remember really, but that's when I felt the pain, and then I felt it when I was on top of him, and that's why I kind of like leisurely let him up, and I wasn't really, I just wasn't in it, like as soon as my leg tore, like it took all my aggressiveness and my kill out of me, and yeah, man, you learn from it. Come back.
No doubt. So obviously what you're saying is that definitely affected your performance in there against Flick.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm 11-3 and I got 10 finishes and it's kill or be killed. I like to see blood, and that's how I like to fight, man.
Now he's obviously retired now. He's made it clear he doesn't want to come back, but you've been very active. You've talked a little bit on social media about wanting that rematch. Do you think there's a chance that he's going to come out of retirement after a little time passes and maybe you guys can run it back?
If he does, man, I'm first on the list. I was destroying him with broke toe, torn ACL, 2 weeks from pink eye, and he pulled the horseshoe out of his ass. So we'll see if he can do it next time if he comes back.
Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of athletes, no matter what the sport, that they retire, then they get away from it for a little while, and they miss it, and ultimately they end up returning to that sport. Jimmy seems like a guy that likes the fight game too. If you were a betting man and you had to put like a little wager on this, what do you think the chances are that he does come out of retirement?
Man, I don't think he's coming back, man. I think he realized you can't hit two flying triangles in one lifetime. And he knew he had to do what was best for him, and what was best for him was to retire on top.
All right, man. Well, I know the fans would love to see a rematch if that ever does happen. But let's talk a little bit, I guess, about that recovery from the injury. How bad was the surgery? What was the recovery time like, and how long were you out of training for all of this?
Well, I had surgery, like I said, January 5th, and I wasn't able to return back to the mats until July 6th, so 6 months. And when I returned, it was a slow process, but slowly the confidence came back, and I don't even think about my knee anymore. It's just back to kill or be killed. I did 6 rounds of sparring today. Had a new partner every time. Had my coaches right there with me, coaching me through every sparring session. And man, it was hard. It was intense, but I got the passion, and man, I'm ready to get a victory. That's all that matters. Nothing else matters right now, but winning.
So all that time away that you had, the rehab, were you still able to do a lot of cardio and stay active? Did you have to like really watch what you ate during that time frame? Because a lot of people, they can have tendency to maybe put on a little bit of weight if they're not staying active in the gym doing the training that you guys normally do.
Well, I did put on weight, but with that weight came strength, and it's went back down. But the best part about it is, man, I'm so much stronger. Like Barber Orthopedics and Spine, Dr. Scott Barbara, he's got me a strength and conditioning coach and a physical therapy guy, and he meets me 3 times a week. And so we're doing leg work 3 times a week, and agility work, and shots with a band, and frog hops with a band. I mean, we're doing, we're doing a lot. And this guy, Kevin Pylan, he pushes me hard. So that's been my regimen the last 8 months, 3 times a week. lifting regardless, you know. And I've definitely my weight went down when I started back, you know, pro practice, but the strength's still there, man. I'm loving it, you know, because I never really lifted weights until, you know, till this physical therapy and this rehab. Now I'm like, dude, you got to lift 3 times a week. You know what I mean? To maintain the strength.
Yeah. So are we going to see a different, I guess, body version of yourself come fight night? Are you carrying around a little bit more mass?
I am, yeah, I am. And I made 125. You know, I made it twice. It was my first time making it in 3 years, and I made it twice in 2 weeks, and I made it pretty easily. You know, when I fought on the regional scene, I didn't really care to cut weight, but I always told myself if I got to the UFC, I'm gonna start cutting weight, and that's what I did. You know, I fought Gutierrez when I stepped on the scale before we fought. I was 143. So I weighed in at 135 and I was back up to 143. And I know that some bitch was 155. He was huge. You know,
What's your weight at right now? I know we're a ways out from fight night, but what are you weighing today?
147.
Okay, so that's a real good range for you to be in to make 125 moving forward.
Yeah, and that's without dieting. You know, I'm still eating well because you know, I'm training hard. You know, and then 6 weeks out, we'll start the real strict diet and maintain the muscle and you know, get the weight down.
Now, I know you're a family man. I follow you on social media, and you're always posting a lot of pictures there. Anything new in your life? Anything new and exciting? Has there been anything outside of MMA training that you've been doing to kind of occupy your time?
Man, I mean, just family, man. You know, I do things for my wife. She works during the day. I get home from training. I make sure, you know, the life is set up at the house, and yeah, nothing too exciting except getting stung by 10 hornets last Saturday with my son. Funny story, man. We're on the damn lawnmower, and I guess I ran over a hornet's nest, and I got stung on the arm. I was like, shit. And I looked down, and I just saw 1,000 of them coming out of the hole. So I threw my son off, and I was like, run. And dude, I got stung 10 times. He got stung 7 times. And man, he had a death scream, but I couldn't do anything to help him because we were both getting attacked. So now we kind of laugh about it, but at the moment, man, it was damn terrifying. Yeah, that's about the only thing exciting going on besides training.
He's all right though. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine now. You know, he's 10 years old, and man, you know, he cried a little bit, but you know, 20 minutes later, he was like, "Man, that was crazy." I was like, "Yeah, it was." He's
Well,
good now, though. But I'm telling you, the Black Hornets will tear you alive.
yeah, I don't want to mess with them, man. I'm straight as far as messing with any hornets or bees.
I'm telling you, dude. I mean, I've never been stung like that, and they chased me 100 yards back to the house, and it was terrifying, bro.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you guys are okay and it wasn't anything worse than a few stings. Let's talk a little bit about, camp at ATT. I know you've got a bunch of killers around you on a day-to-day basis. How has it been thus far? I mean, I know we still have a lot of time left before the fight night actually materializes, but how are things going?
Man, I got this new coach, Chad Schaefer. He coached Forrest Griffin back in the day. He coached Brian Bowles. I mean, he's been around the fight game for a while, and he kind of got out. Well, you know, I kept hindering him, and I was like, dude, I'll come to you, bro. Like, you just teach me all you know. And he really is a wizard. And dude, we study a lot. You know, we take it like this is a test. You know, if we're not training, we're breaking down. You know. Videos, John Danaher videos and stuff like that. Anything we can do to improve, you know. And I think you're going to see a new version of me. Seriously, I really mean that.
That's exciting to hear. Are you going to have any new or different training partners for this camp, or is it going to be the same usual suspects that you normally have?
Man, we're actually bringing a few guys in from around the Atlanta area. Some of the tougher ones, the tougher guys, and you know, going at it, bro, every day. So
that's fantastic. I got to ask you about my guy Rocco Martin. I haven't talked to him since really he was released from the UFC. Really surprising. I mean, I felt like he was someone that was right on the cusp of being in the top 15, so it's kind of disappointing that he's no longer with the promotion. Have you talked to him? Is there any chance that we're going to be seeing him fight in the near future?
Yeah, man. He's healthy right now. He's helping Colby Covington get ready at MMA Masters, and man, he's just waiting on a good opportunity. He wants to get paid his worth, and I understand that because he is the top dog. He's been in the game a long time, and he's got some good wins under his belt. So the surprise of him getting cut from the UFC was surprising to me too, as well.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure wherever he lands, it'll be somewhere great, and hopefully he will get that payday that we all know he deserves. I did want to ask you too about Douglas Lima. Not used to seeing him lose, and he's lost to Musasi and Amasov recently. Where's his mindset at? I mean, I know he's a confident guy with a monster skill set. Is he still positive, thinking that he's going to get back and get that strap again?
Man, he's working hard, dude. Like he's working real hard, and I think this motivated him even more. He's at the gym a lot, and he's got a lot of good coaches, a good team behind him, and you know, I think we're gonna see the same result as last time when he fights MVP. Same result, a knockout.
Yeah, I can't wait for that fight. It's October 1st, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah.
that's marked on my calendars. I won't miss it for sure. I also wanted to get your thoughts just on the UFC, flyweight division. Davison Figueiredo, the former champ, and now Brandon Moreno goes in and beats him, wins the belt. I got to be honest. I mean, I was rooting for Moreno. I just think he's such a nice guy, and I think he's got an amazing skill set. But for whatever reason, Figueiredo to me looked unbeatable for some reason. I don't know if it was just his power or just how he made Joseph Benavidez look, but I didn't pick Moreno to win, and he surprised me and others. Did you expect that to happen? And what kind of a champion do you think we're going to see out of him? Is he going to retain this for a while, or do you feel like this is a belt where it might change hands?
Well, I knew Figueiredo, his wrestling wasn't as good as Moreno's, and I knew if Moreno used his wrestling that he would come out on top. And he took him down a lot the first fight, but he just couldn't maintain the control, the position. And I knew if he maintained the position on top of Figueiredo that he would come out on top. And you watch past fights with Jared Brooks versus Figueiredo. Dude, Jared Brooks won that fight. He was gifted a win in Brazil. And, I stand behind that. And I'm not the only one that agrees with that. But as far as maintaining the belt, man, if he runs into Pantoja, teammate of mine, I trained with him a lot down in Coconut Creek last year. Man, he's not going to beat Pantoja. I think Pantoja's got his number. He already beat him twice. And that's the fight that's next.
What did you think of that, his most recent performance over Roval?
Man, it was great. He was composed. Brandon's got a high pace, man, but dude, you can only go so fast, so hard for so long, until you start slowing down. And he was just at the cusp of slowing down, and once Pantoja, got his legs in, it was a wrap. That dude's really good on the ground, really good on the ground. But also, I train with him a lot, and I know how I stack up to some of these top guys. So it's a good feeling.
That was actually going to be my next question. So, where do you feel like you're going to be after this fight? You go and you get a win over Qileng Aori. Do you feel like you're a fight or two away from cracking that top 15 and maybe making a run up that ladder towards a title shot in a year or two?
Well, it all depends on how you perform. You get a knockout, quick knockouts. Those title shots come. You go in there, you keep getting decisions. You kind of get nowhere. So it's all according on how you perform.
All right, so UFC Vegas 43, November 20th. Again, it's a ways away, but I'm glad we're doing this interview now. Talk about it, give us a little preview for everyone to look forward to this fight. Qileng Aori, he's 18-8. He's got one fight inside of the UFC octagon. It's a UD loss to Jeff Molina. When you look at his skill set and how it matches up with yours, what kind of fight are the fans going to see come fight night?
Man, it's going to be a good fight. Wherever the fight goes, I'm confident that I can go anywhere with him. I said that in the Jimmy Flick fight, and man, I was dominating, at 70% with one leg. So, man, I'm bringing the killer instinct back. I'm gonna train smart, make sure that I listen to my body, take it day by day, and you're gonna see a new and improved Cody for sure.
Do you believe you're going to get a finish here in this fight? And do you feel pressure, after the way that fight with Flick went, that to go in and not just get a win, but, win decisively and dominantly?
Yeah, man, I'm going to dominate this fight, man. I really believe that. I truly believe that. And if he gives me the submission, he gives it to me. If he gives me the ground and pound, he gives it to me. Or, on the feet as well, I'm a dangerous striker. And wherever it goes, that it's going to be my night.
Can't wait for it, man. Again, November the 20th, UFC Vegas 43. Cody Durden, Qileng Aori. It's always a pleasure, man. It's been far too long since we've done this. I'm glad that you have a fight lined up. Let's definitely connect afterwards, recap it, and talk what's next. But before I do let you go, I want to give you the floor. Tell people where to follow you on social media. And if you have anybody to thank, the floor is yours.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram, Cody Durden. Big shout out to Barber Orthopedics, Fathletic Apparel, Triad Mechanical, and Jason Ferguson, my coach Chad Schaefer, ATT Team Lima. I love you all. Thank you.